If you're from up north, you're wishing it was raining. And you're knocking on for you. Like, this is great stuff. Anyway. Well, good to see everyone here. Welcome. Pull the paper over the banks. My name is Mike. I'll be the artist teaching you how to draw a Disney character. We're going to get started in a minute. Let's get some things out of the way. Those of you who have been here before, you've been here before, show of hands, where are you? Oh, these are my veterans. Good to have you back, veterans. Good to see you. Welcome back to the class. Well, those of you who are new, there's bad news. Those of you who are veterans, you've heard this before. Okay, so now I'm going to level the playing field. So, here we go. Now, whatever the bad news was, apparently it wasn't that bad because they came back. So here we go. Here's the bad news. No erasers. Oh yeah, it just got real. You're not erasing anything. The key is successfully drawing in here is to draw very lightly. Rule number one, draw very, very light and messy. That's the key to a successful drawing, light and messy. Alright, rule number two, please do not put the pencils in your mouth. For obvious reasons, I'm sure if you think about it long enough, look at you why you don't want to do that. Rule number three, when you draw, please be sure to draw on the paper. Draw on the paper, souvenir, good. Drawing on the plexiglass, graffiti, bad. Next rule, the seats you're sitting on, swivel. Please be careful of swiveling seats. They can move out from beneath you. And if the seat happens to move out from beneath you when you least expect it, and you're not aware that it did that, and you try and sit back down again, guess what? You get to experience another attraction. The Tower of Terror of the 24-inch version. Because you drop. Alright, last rule for the class. Relax and have fun. Don't worry about it being perfect. If you're a perfectionist, if you insist that you got to draw it perfect, first step around, without making mistakes, without that eraser, yeah, this is going to be like 22 minutes of torture. A few of you giggled, the rest of you I'm concerned for. Alright, screen kicked in, we're going to draw a character. Let's see who we're going to pick. You got some ideas here. I'll put this guy up there, Stitch. He's not been drawn today. There's one character choice. Stitch. Then I got this guy, he's adorable, he's cute. He's one of the dwarves, Dopey. Yeah. Dopey's a cute character. And then I've got this one here, this is Jiminy Cricket. Yes, he's a cute character from Pinocchio. Nice cute character. And I'll throw one more up there, over from Toy Story, yes, Buzz Lightyear. Woody was drawn earlier, so I thought I'd give Buzz a shot. So there he is. So these are the choices we're going to pick from. Let's go in order. So, those who want to draw, Buzz, show of hands. We count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By rows, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You got 10. 10 good strong start, 10 votes. Alright, Jiminy Cricket, you gotta beat 10. Okay, 1, 2, go by rows. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're kidding me. Okay, what do you time 10 votes each for Buzz and Jiminy. Now, for Dopey, you gotta beat 10. Whoa. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and last row, 15, 16, 17, 18. Up to 18 now. So those two are out. 18. And then Stitch. You gotta beat 18 to get the Stitch. I don't see that happening. Alright, Dopey it is. Yay. Right. Dopey's a cute character. He requires a circle to be drawn very, very big. A big circle about the size of the only fruit that must make its wedding arrangements known. That's right. That circle is so big, here in the middle, about the size of the only fruit that must make its wedding arrangements known. Keep it very, very light and messy. This shows you the circle shape a little bit bigger, a little darker than you would normally draw it. But a nice big circle shape. And once again, does anyone have an idea of what fruit I'm talking about?
Cantaloupe.
Only fruit that must make its wedding arrangements known. I heard it.
Cantaloupe.
Yeah. Get it? Because it cantaloupe. Dude, here's your air high five. Let me hang it, man.
Oh, there it is.
Booyah. All right. Very good. Thinking like a pro. All right. Get that big circle on there. I can't stand cantaloupe. I think it tastes warm. But hey, my wife likes it. So cantaloupe is good for making jokes about. So that's why I get my kicks in. Get that circle on the page about the size of the cantaloupe. Lice. Nice and light. Lice. Slurring my words. So if any of my words happen to suddenly disappear, that's because I'm hoarse. So I apologize in advance. Hopefully you guys will be able to follow me okay, regardless of how raspy I sound. There's our circle shape. All right, put a dot. Oh, God bless you. Put a dot in the center of your circle. Dot in the center. That's your registration mark to make sure all your lines and curves match mine. Okay? Then a little bitty line going down. A little bitty line going down. Straight down. You need that line because we need that to figure out this next curve. This is for the center of Dopey's face. This is a crescent. Light and messy. Don't worry about it being perfect. Okay? Alright. Good. Next, we're going to draw a little bitty curve for the bottom of the eyes. Here we go. Just below the dot, we're going to sling this around just a little lower and curve it back up. Very subtle. This is like the equator on a globe. There. Nice and light. Good. Now we need to know where the top of the eye is going to be. That's easy. We got this figured out. For the top of the eye, we need another guideline, but halfway between this one and the top of our circle. So I'm going to pinpoint that right about here and continue to curve this to the right and to the left. And now we have a very poorly drawn basketball. I did say poorly drawn. So there. That's our start. Okay, next we're going to draw a curve for the nose. So actually it's an oval. Let's draw this oval shape in. Nice oval shape. Drop this in here, keep it light. Yeah, you can make it a little darker if you want to. Okay. Once you've got that oval shape in, now we're going to add some cheeks and dimples. First the right side. Here's our cheek on the right, making this just a little darker. And now our dimple on the right. It's a little bitty S curve down below. There. All right, now the left side. The cheek. A little higher. Smooth this up. Writing on that line for the bottom of the eyes. So is everyone having fun today here at the Hollywood Studios?
Yeah.
All right. No. Sorry. Maybe this class will cheer you up. All right. Now I need a little bitty curve here for the dimple on the left side. Here we go. Just a little curve. There. There's our dimple on the left. Keep it light. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You just drew a four-legged spider. Let's make some sense out of this thing. Let's target some stuff in. We need to figure out the nose better. So first, the bulbous shape on the end of the nose. So that I will make darker. You can too. Here it is. So all these marks are within the oval. So there's the bulbous shape. Of all the dwarves, Dopey's nose is probably the smallest. And this is the nostril. Little nostril also within the oval. But of all the dwarves, even though he may have the smallest nose, what he lacks nasal capacity, he makes up for with those bushling inner ears. Yes, he's got some super big ears. We got to draw those. All right, once that's the nose, go ahead and darken in your cheek on the left and dimple. Start on the right. And cheek on the left. Up and over. Darken that in.
Is there a different class for lessons?
No, there isn't. No, it's all the same. The guy that taught me how to draw this was a lefty. And I'm a righty, so I'm not sure. There's our cheek. All right. Next, we need a smile. Yeah, we need to get a smile in here. For his smile, between the nose and the edge of the circle, I'm going to draw this little curve, and I'm going to tip it to where my crescent is. Let's give us the shape for the smile. It's part of it. Now, the left side of the smile is way here, back by the dimple, way back here, and pull down below. There's our full smile. Okay, now his mouth needs to be open. So for the open form of the mouth, think of a hammock. Here we go with our hammock shape. Just going to let it tip just the bottom of our circle here. I'll stretch the hammock shape a little wider. Here it is way over here on the left. There's our hammock. Within that mouth is his tongue. Let's put that in. Two overlapping curves for the tongue. Okay, now his lip is pretty easy to draw. We're going to use the edge of our circle on both sides. A parallel line. Was it a sigh? Here's a sigh. This is first left parallel on both sides of the circle. And bring that around. And if you want to make it dark, you can. I'm going to make it a little darker. Because below that is his turtleneck. And we'll draw that later. Okay, now we need his jaw. Jaw and cheek of sorts. The left side is more of a jaw line. We're going to actually use a circle to help draw this. Just kind of expand it. This is for his jaw on the left. The right side, however, has more of a cheek curve to it. It's like a half of a heart. The best way to draw this is to start outside the circle on the right, creating a half of a heart shape. And just kind of let it drift lightly. The bottom of that heart shape is down here by the lip. God bless you. And curve that up to the upper portion of your half heart. I just find it makes it better and you can control it more if you draw the beginning and ending first and fill in the space in between like that. Alright, now we need eyes. He's got some pretty nice eyes. They're slender ovals. The left eye will utilize that dot and we'll go all the way up to our guideline for the eyes. Now do not worry about the eyes being the same on the left and the right side. They will not be. The left eye slants differently than the right, and the right eye is smaller. So there's a left one. Now I'll sketch in the right one. Kind of slants the other way. It's going to be just a tad bit smaller, a little narrower. And there's their eyes. Alright, now I'm going to go over them again. Making the top parts of the eyelid a little thicker. Well, that's for his eyelid, that's why it's dark. Pull it around. And we need lashes. Let's give him some lashes. 2 lashes on each eye. Of all the dwarves have lashes and eyes except for one. Which dwarf does not have eyelashes? Grumpy does not have eyelashes. He grumped them off. There's those and lashes again. How are we doing? Having fun? All right. No. Okay. Let's get going. We need some irises in here. So about the shape of, I'm going to say, chocolate-covered almond. Right there in the eye. And the right one too, a little smaller. Within those are the pupils. So this would be more or less the shape of a peanut. Within there. And we can shade those in. You can shade those peanut shapes inside for the pupils. Leaving a little bitty hint of a reflection of light, if you so desire. Now, keeping him from looking like Elmer Fudd. So, all right. Now we need his brows. All right, the left brow. Okay, we're going to go up pretty high with this because he's raising his brows because he's smiling so big. Let's draw the left brow curve way up here. His left brow curve. The right brow curve. Move that over, and this is above the circle. As that is turned, so we're going to shift it over. And underneath these are the little shadows underneath the brow. They're like little crescent shapes. These are not eyebrow hairs. It's the shadow from underneath the brow. There's the left one, and now here's the one to the right. Nice little crescents. There. All right, great. Now, let's see. Let's work on his head a little bit. His head's bigger than the circle. This we know. So just above the circle here, I'll put a little mark above my circle, above my crescent, to establish where the top of the head is. Don't go too far to the left. Just keep it right there on top. Now, this face curves in with the circle on the right. I'll show you right over here. This is where his face curves in at. On the right side where the eye is, curves all the way in over here. So now with that established, connect these two together. Sweep that around and drag it over. Okay. Well, if you can just push the button by Goofy's head over there, and then we'll put that back to over here. All right, now we'll put a little cheek here. This is one out place. This is like a little pinch from his laugh lines between the cheek and the side of the face. Put that little punch in there, and here's his little laugh lines. We'll get these started. Here's our little laugh lines. Okay, now lightly continue the shape of his head around to the right. The reason why we're making this light is because this is where the hat is, and we don't want to have to draw over that with a dark mark. So keep that light for the back of the head. Now let's focus on the next part, the ears. Here we go. He's got large ears. We know this. We've established this. Let's draw these large ear shapes. You're wondering, okay, Mike, how big are these ears supposed to be? They're pretty big. Here, let me show you. I drew it lightly now. Let's see if I got it right. Measure from the left side of your left eye to the right side of the head. That distance right there, left side, left eye, right side of the head, that's how wide your ear should be. Oh yeah, nailed it. That looks pretty good. That's what we're going to use for our ear. Curve that up and around. Draw that shape to completion at the bottom, including a little earlobe. And then I will add a little cartilage in the ear. This gives us like a little backwards lowercase h, a little fold. There. All right, great. There's the ear. Well, we'll get to the other ear in just a moment. We got to get the hat started now. The hat's a very, very loose-fitting hat, a little miner's hat that he wears. It slides right by the ear, right over that brow to the left, sweeping all the way above on the forehead and stopping just above the right brow. There. That's how it stops. All right, now we got to pick up the hat from the other side. What? Yeah, the other side. This is the layer closest to his face. Well, the other side is over here by the guideline for the eyes. Here, we're going to drag this above what you just drew. This makes it a little thicker. There. Up and around. That's as far up as we're going to go for our drawing. Okay, now we do need to indicate where this hat, some extra creases on it, some extra folds. Since it's a very thick material and it doesn't fit the dwarf very well, it doesn't fit well, so we're going to draw some little creases and little folds on it. Here we go, some little folds here. It's very thick, very oversized. Here's the hat itself behind his head and all the way around. And the last thing we need to do is add in that sack shape hanging in the back for the hat. Now in some model sheets the hat shape curves up. In some model sheets the hat shape curves down. The one that I use, it curves down. So that's how we're drawing it. Here's the back of the hat. Okay, almost done. You guys still hanging in there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now we need the other ear. The other ear, almost as big. Let's get it drawn in. It's got to be narrower though. It's going to be a whole lot narrower when we draw this one. There's that shape curving around. A little bit of earlobe at the bottom. There it is. You can use a left as a guide to a degree. Don't forget to draw in that little bitty fold over the ear canal. Your little bitty H. There. And let's wrap it up. We're down to the last, a couple of things to add. His turtleneck. Lightly Through the lip, we're going to draw a sideways S-curve. Through the lip, draw it lightly, like you see here on the screen. Okay, it's a very warped looking S-curve, but this is what I want you to draw. Okay, now below that, darker mark, a larger S-curve. You're wondering, what are we doing? This is the turtleneck, and it will all make sense when you get this done. It will all make sense. So there's a darker one. Now, working on the right side, the small little bitty curve there, darken that little bitty lip. Oh, I should call it a lip, but a little curve there for the turtleneck. His neck goes in that one. And then put the final curve of the turtleneck on top of it. And once you see how this fits together, it should make a little more sense. There, so the neck goes in. All right, now the left side. Continue that curve up to the lip, close to the cheek there, and then add it into the jaw, an additional little bitty rung, and there we go, the turtleneck. It's finished. There's one final tidbit. Yeah, I know I said we were done. There's one thing to add, and that's the hat curving behind his head. It actually dangles this far down. It's so oversized. We're going to draw it swooping in right behind his head. And that's it. So if you want, go ahead and shade in your hat. In the back of the head. The camera's about to go off in about 4 seconds, but we're just shading in. You can shade that entire hat in if you want. Don't forget to sign your name. My name is Mike Cabanas. I'm very, very proud to be a Disney artiste. Was that fun drawing Dopey?
Yeah.
Did your drawings turn out better than you thought they would?
Yeah.
All perfectionists. There you go. Well, leave the pencils here. We do need them for the next class. And there you go. All right. All right.
What's the date?
3/6/14.
On behalf of myself and the rest of your team, you guys have a great time here with this video.